Sie prägten das moderne Grafikdesign wie niemand anderer. Ihre Entwürfe, Markenidentitäten, Logos und Designs wurden zu Ikonen unserer Zeit.
Wie geht's?
Milton Glaser, Stefan Sagmeister, Paula Scher, Chip Kid und Jan Wilker leben und arbeiten in New York. Brachte sie erstmals gemeinsam an einen Tisch in Milton Glasers legendärem Designstudio in Kips Bay, in dem er das New York Magazine entwickelte.
Aber dadurch, dass die auch Design about the history of design. Thank you.
You can easily say that Trump is the most creative president we've ever had. The one who basically understands how to disrupt expectation in a way that no one else can imagine. Every day you wake up and you say, what could he have done today? He will never do anything that will accord with your idea of what he should have done or what any other reasonable human being would have done. He has an imagination as perhaps as fervent as Picasso's. Although I would never tell him that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good comparison. Picasso and Trump.
He is a media genius, though. There's no question about it. I mean, because he distracts.
Well, you'd have to also call him a designer. I mean, if you're talking about someone who shapes experience for others, that's what he does. He basically shapes the entire world's experience. In a way, you'd have to call him a master designer. And you'd have to call him creative. You'd have to use a language that doesn't seem to make sense at first when applied to him. But ultimately, you realize this is an unprecedented man who has learned all about design, motivation, advertising, and show business.
Sorry, I go crazy when the subject comes up.
That a really great designer has to have a sense of responsibility? Like good responsibility?
All of us think that, yes.
And wow, he has none.
Yeah.
Nobody ever said the designer had to have a sense of responsibility, because great designers in history didn't from time to time.
Like, I'm normally not a big friend of calling every profession a designer, but in Trump's case, he definitely calls himself a brander. Like, and he definitely sees his entities, definitely his hotel entities, but also, like his real estate entities as branding exercises. In some ways, I can also not imagine what kind of pressure this guy is under. Like, the amount of shit that's happening in his life. Like, with, what does his vibe say?
Oh, I do. I think every move is about the fear of Mueller. I think that's.
What was the question? What is the ultimate purpose of that idea? Who does it benefit? I don't think you can be in this profession without raising that question to yourself.
I guess we all in phases, I guess, arrive at this point where we question what we do and why we do it. Of course, most of the time it's hard work, though, right? It's not that it gets easier the longer you do it. Like, to me, at least, it seems to get harder at times.
I guess would be that we all over the years developed some tricks to get out of a hole. So,
of course,
if nothing comes, I would assume that most of us have a number of strategies to make that nothing into something.
If you're not careful, you become Sting. You look at the police, and then you look at Sting, or listen, and it's a big difference.
Das ganze Roundtable-Gespräch der Designstars finden Sie auf ohm.com und dem YouTube-Channel von ohm.